My name is Gusta Johnson, and I am proud to work at the Carnegie Council. The Council has been the voice for ethics in international affairs for nearly a century, but we need your help. To guarantee the future of programs like this one, please give generously to the Council's fund drive. Visit carnegiecouncil.org and click on Donate/Join. Thank you.
You know, after all this hardship and difficulty, only one guy got out of the Army. Everyone else decided to stay. Everyone who had the choice decided to stay in, except this one guy got out, Brendan O'Byrne, who was sort of the subject of my book. And we were very good friends out there. We remained good friends. He lived near New York, and I invited him to a dinner party right after I'd finished the manuscript. And I'd sent the manuscript to a few friends who wanted to read it, and one of them, this woman in her 40s, a good friend of mine, really wanted to meet Brendan. So she was at the dinner party, and she said to Brendan, she'd read the manuscript, and she said to Brendan, like, "So good to meet you." And she goes, is there anything at all that you miss about being at Restrepo? Like any part of it? And without any irony at all, he looked at her and he said, "Ma'am, I miss almost all of it." And I feel that we as society have to understand Brendan's answer. We are choosing to send these young people out there, and I'm not saying we shouldn't. There are good wars. There are wars that have to be fought, and we're all going to argue about which ones those are. I understand that, but there are wars that have to be fought. And we as a society are sending our young people out there, and we owe it to them to try to understand their emotional response to that experience. Because they don't even understand it. They're young. You know, I mean, what do you understand at 19 or 20? A girl breaks up with you and you don't understand it. You know what I mean? Like, that happens in your 40s, and you can kind of wrap your mind. At 19, it's a catastrophe that you can't even begin to process. Well, the same thing with war. And they come back and it's very confusing to them. Their feelings are very confusing. They feel incredibly guilty. They're filled with rage, and they miss this thing that was obviously so terrible. It's confusing to them. It's confusing to their wives. Imagine having your boyfriend come home after a year or so, and he gets home, and then you start to realize after a few weeks that he misses it. As a girlfriend or a wife, what do you do with that? It's really confusing. So we need to understand their reaction to combat, because that's the only way we're going to be able to make a place in society for them that works for them and for us. And as long as soldiers don't see war usually do not see war through sort of a political or a moral lens. They have an emotional experience out there. And civilians, they look at war strategically, politically, morally. They look at war in every way except the emotional experience of being in it. And I think one of the things, it's easy to understand the trauma, that's obvious. You have a car accident, it's traumatic. But no one misses car accidents. You know, you go to war, it's traumatic. No one misses the traumatic parts. But what about the parts that were kind of weirdly fulfilling?